Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and if you're looking for a great protective clear case for your iPhone 11 or 11 Pro that has tons of custom options to make it uniquely your own, Casetify has you covered. Their impact case is super slim and protects you to a 6.6 foot drop, and their new Ultra Impact case has even more drop protection at 9.8 feet. Both case styles come in a truly dizzying array of graphic designs and other custom options and have a great feel in the hand. Let's check these cases out in more detail on my iPhone 11 Pro in silver and iPhone 11 in green. Looking at the construction of these cases, starting with our Ultra Impact case, this is quite a lightweight case, has a pleasant feel in the hand, relatively rigid due to the hard polycarbonate back. The sides are made of a TPU, gives you a nice amount of grip underneath the fingertips, and then we have bumpers on all four corners here, made of the special Chi-Tech material, which is Casetify's special impact protection material. These are also slightly ridged for additional grip. Then going into the interior here, we have a lining that runs around the edges here, also of Chi-Tech. This is how this case gets the 9.8 feet of drop protection that it has. Really nice amount of drop protection for this case. We also have a series of tiny dots in the interior here, which are there to eliminate watermarking, which I think is always a nice feature with a clear case. So overall, nicely designed case from Casetify. Of course, if cactuses are not your thing, you've got tons of different designs to choose from with this, as well as the option to go with a simple, plain, clear case with this. You don't have to go with graphic designs with this case, but personally, I prefer them. I think that they have just a really fun and interesting appearance. So if you compare this with the regular Impact case, which I reviewed last year for Casetify, these are very similar cases, not a huge difference in size, basically the same thickness. In terms of width, you've got a tiny bit more width with your Ultra Impact case and also a tiny bit more height, but the big difference really is those special corners, which are made of Chi-Tech to give you extra impact protection for your Ultra Impact case. Obviously, you don't have that with your regular Impact case, and of course you do have less drop protection as a result, but I think that this has a smoother, sleeker appearance, definitely less rugged, and for some people they may prefer the look of the Impact case just because it's just a little bit less rugged in appearance. It's probably going to slide a little bit more easily in and out of pockets and handbags because you don't have those protruding corners. So it all depends upon what you're looking for in a case. But other than that, construction-wise, we're basically looking at the same thing here. We've got the same hard polycarbonate back here. The sides are made of the same sort of TPU material, give you a little bit of flex to them. And then this is lined with Chi-Tech for extra impact protection. Overall, really quite a nice case from Casetify. Putting your iPhone into this case is quite easy. This goes on with no problem whatsoever. Put the one side in, clip on your other corners, and you are good to go. Once on, you can see we have a nice tight fit on here. Little bit of give over your volume buttons and your side button, as well as at the bottom. But honestly, overall, this is an excellent fit on a phone. Really good job there by Casetify. Looking at the amount of lip we have on here, we have a nice protective lip going around the screen. It should provide excellent protection for your iPhone's screen. I do currently have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This is the OtterBox Amplify. I think it looks really great on here. Nice fit. It is a very thin screen protector, but even if I had a thick tempered glass screen protector on here, I would still have plenty of lip, so this is going to be very protective. Going down here to the bottom, looking at our port openings, nicely positioned and nicely sized. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support wireless charging, so you might find you're using that less than you otherwise would. Going here to the corners, you'll notice that we have our bumpers that are made of Chi-Tech that I previously mentioned. These do definitely jut out considerably, hard to miss. However, they're going to give you more grip on the sides, so that is good. And of course, they're going to give you that greater degree of drop protection of the 9.8 feet, so that is definitely a good thing. Going up to the sides here, the TPU on here has a nice grip underneath the fingertips, feels very pleasant. The Ultra Impact case comes in 3 color options for its TPU side. You have a black, a clear, and a pink option. So if you go with a black, I think you should be good. I don't think that it's going to show any yellowing, but if you were to go with, say, the clear option, this might have some yellowing over time. Not really sure about the pink, don't really know, but something to be aware of there. I think that that is always your downside of TPU, but this does have a very pleasant feel underneath the fingertips. Buttons here are excellent, no issues whatsoever, lovely and clicky and responsive, and no issues in getting to the mute switch. Going around to the top, again, definitely have those very obtrusive corners. Some people are going to love the corners, some people are going to think that they stick out a little bit too much. So it's all personal preference there. And then going here to our side button, excellent, excellent side button. Everything is extremely responsive there. Looking at the back of the case, I love the way the graphic design here looks. I think it looks really great with my green iPhone, but of course this is only one of hundreds, maybe thousands of different graphics options that you can choose from on Casetify's website. So you can definitely find something which is going to be absolutely perfect for you. So another thing which is great about this design, or really basically any graphic design on the back of a clear case, is that it's going to, in my opinion, limit the amount of scratches and fingerprints that you notice. So your eye is always going to be drawn to the pattern and not to any little imperfections that you see on the phone case. So I think that even if you have a bunch of fingerprints and scratches on here, you're just not going to notice them as much as you will with a plain clear case. So I think that that is definitely a pro, because of course this material is going to pick up fingerprints and scratches over time. However, one thing which is nice about this design, and it's not a huge thing, but it is there, is that if you put this case on its back, you have a very tiny ridge here at the top and at the bottom, which is going to elevate the majority of the back of the case very slightly off a flat surface, and is thus going to minimize scratching to some extent. Now, this is a really small ridge. Honestly, I think last year it was a bigger ridge when I was reviewing the impact cases as opposed to this year's ultra impact cases. So I don't know that this is really going to make that big of a difference, but I'm glad that it's there. It's definitely better than having no ridge at all. So as far as utility overall, there's no issue with wireless charging. That works extremely well. And as far as protection for your protruding camera, that is all good. No issues there. Although it's important to note here that if you are not a fan of branding, you might be put off by the Casetify branding that goes around your camera opening here, because it is a bit on the obtrusive side. But other than that, really no issues there. Overall, this case has a nice slim feel in the hand, good degree of grip, and it does provide that 9.8 feet of drop protection, so lots to love here. Looking at some of the other graphic design options from Casetify, we just have a lot of really great looks here, and you are not limited to one of their graphic designs that they have. You can upload your own picture, you can put your own text, you can do all kinds of great customization with these cases. There's just tons of options with the Casetify lineup. Yet another great looking graphic design on my green iPhone. Really love the way these leaves look. Another one which I think looks really great with a green iPhone. And finally, if you are into more of a simple, classic look, the plain clear option is available, although personally I think that this one is less desirable because it does tend to show fingerprints and scratches more easily. Looking at the fit of the Ultra Impact case on my iPhone 11 Pro, very similar fit to the iPhone 11. Everything looks great. Very nice fitting case on the phone. We have a good amount of protective lip on here. I do have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This one is the Zag Glass Elite tempered glass screen protector. I think everything fits quite well with this case with that. This is of course a very thin tempered glass screen protector, but even if you had a thick one on here, you would still have tons of lip. This is a very nicely protective case for your iPhone. Looking at our port openings, everything is nicely positioned and nicely sized. You have plenty of space for most third-party lightning cables, although of course you may find you're using that less than you otherwise would, because of course this case does support wireless charging. This case does have a symmetrical port opening design for asymmetrical port openings, so that's going to be a little bit upsetting to some people, but lots of people are simply just not going to notice. And then going around here to the sides, we do have these large Chi-Tech bumpers that jut out from the sides. They are going to give you more grip and definitely going to give you more impact protection, but some people might find that they are a little bit in the way. Going up the sides here, nice amount of grip in the hands, excellent buttons. Basically everything is the same as on the iPhone 11 version we were just looking at. And then going here to our side button, very responsive. Looking at the back of the case, we've got yet another great graphics option here. Looks really excellent with my silver iPhone 11 Pro. This is one, of course, of the many hundreds or perhaps thousands of graphics options you have with Casetify. You also have the option to choose your desired color for the sides of the case. You can choose from the black shown here as well as pink or clear, so that is good. As far as the rest of the basics are concerned, wireless charging not a problem, sufficient protection, not a lot but sufficient for your protruding camera area here, so that is all good. And as far as fingerprints and scratching are concerned, you do have that little bit of a ridge here at the top and the bottom, just like with the iPhone 11 version. Not very much, but it gives you a tiny amount of protection against scratching on the back of the case when this is laid flat on its back, so that is good. And also I think when you go with the graphics options, as I mentioned before, you're going to notice fingerprints and scratching much less than you otherwise would. If you just go with one of the plain transparent versions, you're going to notice fingerprints and scratching much more with these Casetify cases. Finally, moving on to Casetify's Impact case with its 6.6 feet of drop protection as opposed to the 9.8 feet you get with the Ultra Impact case. It's basically the same size case, only you don't have those bumpers with their extra Chi-Tech material. And you do have, as a result, a bit of a sleeker look. So I think some people are going to say, hey, I want that additional drop protection, I want the additional grip you get with the bumpers. And other people are going to say, well, I like a little bit sleeker look and I don't really need the additional drop protection. Also, of course, your Ultra Impact cases are more expensive, so that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. In terms of fit, these cases are identical, same great fit on the phone, same excellent amount of lip around the screen. You have the same symmetrical port openings on an asymmetrical port design phone. Going up the sides here, though, of course, you do just have very sleek corners down here. You don't have the bumpers that jut out. And you have the same great buttons, etc. So really, it's just a different look and a different feel because you no longer have to run into the bumpers when you are moving your hands around the sides. Looking at the back of the case, we got yet another great graphics option from Casetify here. It looks really great on my silver iPhone. Other than that, not a huge amount of difference here between this and the Ultra Impact case that we were just looking at. We've got the same wireless charging capability. You've got the same amount of protection here for your protruding camera. That is excellent. You do have, I think, a very slightly higher ridge here on the top and on the bottom of the case that will help prevent scratching when this case is placed on its back. It seems just a little bit higher on this version of the Impact case as opposed to the Ultra Impact case we were looking at, so that is good. You also have a much wider range of customization available with the Impact as opposed to the Ultra Impact case in terms of the back color and rim options that are available. So you can go with a clear back like this one, but you can also go with a red or a yellow or a neon yellow option. Then you have different side options like the pink and blue one that we have on here, as well as an iridescent option, a black, a clear, a frost. I think that there's a total of 7 or 8 total options that you can choose from. So you definitely have more custom options with the Impact case. So that might be a deciding factor for you if you're trying to decide between the two options. That and obviously the amount of impact protection difference you have between the two types of cases. Finally, our last case sample for iPhone 11 Pro illustrates 2 interesting options available for the Impact case. One of them is this iridescent option. As you can see, this has a bit of a mirrored effect. Looks really cool, changes color when you move it about. It's definitely a fingerprint magnet. However, it really does look pretty cool. And the other thing that you can see here is obviously this is a custom text option. Casetify was kind enough to put my name on this case, so I now have a personalized case. So I think that is really pretty fun. You can have vertical text, horizontal text, and you have your choice of fonts, font colors, etc. So yet another great customization option from Casetify. Overall, I think we got some great case choices here from the folks at Casetify. If you're in the market for a clear drop protective case for your 11 or 11 Pro, you should definitely check out the Impact and Ultra Impact cases. These cases have a slim profile, nice grip in the hand, impressive amount of customization options, and you have your choice of extremely good drop protection at 9.8 feet and really impressive drop protection at 6.6 feet. Definitely something to consider from the folks at Casetify for iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro. Again, we've been looking at the Impact and Ultra Impact cases from Casetify for iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. These cases are available directly from Casetify. I will put links below where you can find out more about them. Many thanks to the kind folks at Casetify for sending me out these samples to review. So price-wise, we're looking at $40 for the iPhone 11 Impact case and $45 for the iPhone 11 Pro version. And if you want to go up to the Ultra Impact case, it's going to cost you $54 for the iPhone 11 version and $59 for the iPhone 11 Pro version. So these are pretty pricey cases. However, you can save 15% with a coupon code you'll find in the description below. So definitely check that out if you are interested in purchasing a Casetify product. And if you have any questions about these cases, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to address them. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because I have lots more great case and other accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen from the Tech Reviewer with the Ultra Impact case and Impact cases from Casetify for iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.